I'm here because Max died doing 19.5 yesterday. Who knows, you may never see him again. But in all seriousness, we just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in the last 5 weeks for First Thoughts, Second Thoughts, and Travis versus Trevor. We really appreciate you guys watching. And I just want to let you know that we have a ton of new YouTube content coming out over the next couple of weeks. There's some cool ones where you guys will get to play along. We're going to post some workouts, do demo footage, and then also give you guys some feedback on what we think about the workout and how we would train for it. So stay tuned to that. What you're about to watch right now is the final 19.5 Travis versus Trevor. The way that we set it up, first it's going to be Noah versus Travis. He came in on Friday and did it with him. And then you're going to see something a little different on Monday. Travis knew that he had to have a certain score to be able to get into the top 20, or I think now it's the top 27 in the world. And so he did it on Monday morning and didn't get the score that he wanted. He sat down, talked to Max, talked to his wife, and realized, hey, this is do or die. This is what it's all about. I have to be able to finish this workout. And so he went back on Monday night and crushed the workout. And then, as you see on the leaderboard now, he made it in. So enjoy.
And don't let me show evil, it might be all I take. Show me love, show me love, show me love.
3, 2, 1, go.
Action. All right, here we go.
And
we got
we are
19.5, final week. So this week, you decided to fly up,
I did indeed.
come hang out for the final week. We had Chandler Smith, who you will see in the corner appear. You'll see this
Large,
little arm.
dark man.
Then we had Josh Miller and Jackson. I'm not really sure his last name.
Drohan.
What's
I
his last
believe?
name? Does anybody know his last name?
Duran or Drohan, one of the two. Drohan.
Drohan. And then so we decided to do this on Friday Night Lights with my gym versus in the morning by ourselves. So we pretty much had a large crowd who you can't see off to the left. I mean, what do you think? There's probably 60 people, 70 people? There was a lot of people in here.
There were a lot of cars. Their cars were lined up all the way down the block. It was pretty cool to see.
So it was pretty cool with final week. Try to go out with a bang. I knew I was in a pretty good spot if I just executed fairly well. And then I tried to help this guy out as much as I could.
Yeah, I was not in a position to impact the leaderboard for myself very much, so I just wanted to go out knowing that I gave it my all, even if it wasn't gonna really do anything for me.
But you go out with a bang.
Energy drink?
Unsponsored.
It is unsponsored.
Hey, I want to say I'm really proud of you right there, just leading that conversation. You've gotten a lot better at your public speaking.
Oh.
Or your camera speaking.
Hey, thank you, man. I
Nice
appreciate
work.
that. See that? See, Max, you see that?
Taking the lead.
Man, this is a good person to do camera work with.
Yeah,
You got
man.
Max over here always, negative Nancy all the time. Man, you're worthless. Why'd you break there? Why are your hands on your knees? You need to do better. Bah! Such a supportive coach. I'm just kidding. He's a great, wonderful coach. Well,
right,
Noah's
so-
clearly already ahead of me, which I knew was going to happen.
Yeah, well, it may have, maybe plays out in my favor. Maybe it doesn't here at the end of the workout, but I feel like
You looked at the leaderboard.
even still, I think that I probably went out a little too fast. Like, I broke the reps up, I think, appropriately, but I kind of ran into a bit of a wall midway through the workout, and I think had I maybe taken a little bit longer of breaks between pull-up sets or thruster sets, I would have had a bit more energy at the end. I don't know. It's obviously speculation because
Yeah, I mean, even my first set, I don't really do the best with pacing or strategy. I don't like strategy, to say the least. I like to just go, base it off feel. And I went to 18, dropped, and
was
then
that,
I think
did you have a plan?
I wanted 18-15.
Yeah.
And then on the first set, I already broke and changed that plan, which was not. I was like, oh no, this isn't good already.
Yeah, it's funny how that gets in your head because the same thing happened to me on the set of 27 pull-ups right here. I wanted to go 14-13. I'm able to do the 14, and then instead of 13, I think I do like 8 and 5, and already I thought to myself, this is not good.
Yo, look at Chandler looking jacked. Dude,
He does
he
look
is
huge.
shredded.
I told him that I watched this video afterwards, and Saturday morning I decided to do bench press because I was like, man, his chest
This
is
dude.
humongous.
Man, Andy's rocking it with the glasses the whole time.
I think
that's pretty.
He ditches him at some point.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do. I think it was, what set? I think 12 in this set, and I went 6, and I was like, oh no. And then I think it just kind of plays a factor in your head about, oh, you're braking way more than you should,
Right.
you're slowing down, you're not going to be on a good pace.
Confidence starts to drop. Do you think that we underestimated this workout in terms of, I think I looked at it as like Fran plus, and it's not, I didn't think it was that much more on the plus side of things, but it's a pretty significant amount of reps before getting into the Fran.
Was that 60 reps more?
Yeah, so.
I think Paul Tremblay said it best. What Matt and Tia did made it very deceiving for everybody else.
Yeah, but even still, like if we hadn't have watched that and you were just going into it and thought about it, like, all right, there's just 2 sets before getting into the workout that we know so well. I don't know. It was just, it ended up being more work at the beginning than I expected it to feel like.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to feel as wrecked as I did in the 21s. Like, I got to the 21s, I was like, wow. All right, this is already hurting pretty bad.
Yeah.
Glasses are gone. He's a changed man.
Ditched him.
It's like Batman. Or no, Superman. Clark Kent, just taking glasses off. Go time. Pew, pew, pew. So what are we? We're 450 in.
We're on the set of 21.
I wanted to break a lot.
I think I did break a lot.
Yeah.
I, at that point, was kind of still feeling okay, and it was a bit of a confidence booster to know, all right, it's all I have left is the 21:15.9. That's
just
I can do that workout in under 2 minutes on a good day. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen at the end of all of this.
I thought it wasn't that much work before.
Well, that's what I thought, and then was forced into feeling otherwise.
I just want to point out, though, Brandy did a fantastic job. I didn't know she was chalking my bar every time.
Oh, really? You didn't hire her for that?
I didn't.
Wow.
And when I actually went back and watched the video, I was like, look at her go.
It's a good friend.
Yeah.
I
was
have
like,
one of those.
you don't need it. You don't need it at all. Mia, tell
Probably-
Mia. She
probably
dropped the
could've
ball.
used it.
You could have used Chris. Look at him. He's just standing over there in the corner. Man, look at Jackson.
Yeah, I was just going to
He
say,
is-
he's got a
He is
big
arch.
Yeah.
Like he's doing more. Ryan's telling him stop. Stop. You're done. You're done.
He did. Don't do extra.
Oh, man.
So, right now, 6 minute mark, shirt's coming off.
What do you got, 15.9?
Especially at this point, yeah, I told myself, all right, I wanted to finish under 8. I was like, I've got 2 minutes to do just the 15 and the 9. In my mind, I thought I can do it. And
We're about to find out and witness if he does it.
kind of seemed like that.
I mean,
Maybe
I think
didn't
I got a
happen.
really good posture over here, just letting the body slouch forward, let the shoulders roll.
Full relaxation,
Yeah.
recovery.
I mean, everybody always says try to stay tall, but if I just hinge over, I feel like I can breathe so much better.
Yeah, you're not using your postural muscles.
See, look, take a couple breaths. This might be a really long break. I'll see that wasn't too bad.
No, not at all. Bless you.
Bless you over there.
All right.
Oh man, Chandler, he's making an appearance again.
He has such a hard time with that front rack position,
Ugh.
but he said that he warmed it up and was feeling good, so.
And that's the good front rack right there.
Yeah. He ended up doing pretty well. He was
Yeah.
doubting himself quite a bit prior to the workout. You guys both seemed like you were, and I think you guys both did pretty okay on your first attempt. And did you know that you tied on your second attempt?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
your final attempt each? You guys tied.
oh, final.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do know that. That's crazy. Because he texted me about it. Up, 7.5 in. I expected to be
Yeah.
done anywhere sub 8. I thought, like, man, this is possible.
I was thinking the same thing.
And I looked over at one point and I was like, not happening. Not there yet. This 15 set, my world started spinning. I started seeing the light. I was going to it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody experienced that, though. If you went
Hurt.
max effort on this, there was some form of
Max's effort on this? If you went Max's effort, then you were probably okay. but
so slow and controlled.
yeah, if you
Got
went max effort, it's a different story.
What would your
was
alter
a
ego?
pain face
Maxina?
right there.
Maxina, would that be his alter ego?
So I was a little disappointed in myself that I didn't go straight from the set of 9 thrusters right up
grabbed
onto
chalk?
the pull-up bar. I did.
What?
And I kind of in my mind was like, all right, I want to get
Noah.
chalk to make sure I can do these 9 unbroken. Looking back on it, I wish in the moment I would have chanced it and just jumped
Boom.
right up on the bar.
Noah's done.
Collapse. Yeah, I was.
And then me, Chandler, still going. Jackson, still going. Josh Miller, still going.
See,
We are all
pat on the
still
foot
going.
from Mia. That was nice, reassuring. But man, that right there was the worst that I've felt after any of these open workouts.
That set of 9 was brutal.
Yeah. Which
You're always like, oh,
which time
9.
did it hurt the worst? The first, second, or
just
third?
all of them. I feel like every time that you get to it, it was just like, oh. And then me and Chandler were like neck and neck right here going onto the bar. I took a quick peek before I hopped up to see him. And
Done.
And that is it. And fetal position, fall over.
Yeah, there were quite a few photos of all of us on the ground.
There it was.
for a while.
Just roll to the side.
You were jacked up yesterday after the workout.
Oh, yeah.
That was gnarly.
I was drunk.
Yeah, you were.
That's what it seemed like. Hey.
The desperate hand slap from
Look
Chandler.
at him. He just threw his hand
We're
up.
both dead.
And then Josh is still
Well-
going. Well, that is a wrap for 19.5.
Or is it? Pow, pow, pow.
Or is it? Stay tuned. New.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Travis versus Trevor all 4 weeks. I'm sorry for.
This will be 5 weeks.
This will be the 5th week.
So they'll
they
make
haven't
it-
watched it yet.
But they're
Just
getting
part of it. Well, I guess you're halfway through. So thanks for watching all 5 weeks.
Thanks for sticking around
Yeah.
this long. True fans. you
Sorry for missing second thoughts. My voice is still a little bit messed up. I faked the sickness because I didn't want to do 19.5, but I did it anyway.
And he lost.
All right, so the plan was we do this workout, Friday Night Lights, hopefully crush it the first time, put up a great score, end of the open, solidify Travis's bid. It didn't quite work out like that, so we knew we had to redo
Well,
it.
it wasn't bad.
No, but it wasn't like 100% in there. You told me I was gonna talk. So we came in, plan was Travis had watched the video 15 times. He came in with a plan. He told me exactly what he wanted to do. He wrote it all down on whiteboards and told me what he wanted to tell him. Like he said, I don't want to forget how many reps I need to do on my set. He started out, first set, it was 18.
We can talk about that when
15.
this actually starts. Get out of here.
Anyway, first attempt didn't go to plan. He ended up stopping the workout, which you'll see in the set of 9s. We thought it would be, he came up to me afterwards, he said, I'm gonna do it again. And that thought was crazy to me because I had just done 19.5 and I felt like I was gonna die from the first attempt going half his speed. But I also, he's a professional athlete. We didn't know if he fell out of the top 20, if that means he was gonna fall past the cut line. So we decided to let it rip, see what happened. The strategy for the last one was much less about
And you will see.
math. It was more about Travis's
Just being me.
raging Trevor coming out.
Better than
Finally.
Tina.
Yeah.
It's better than Tina.
Tina that came in the morning.
Yep.
And now you're about to see what happened.
Get out of here. All right. And we're off. 5-hour difference between both of these.
It's still great.
Hey, at least the mic's on. You did your one
You
job.
should scream. I feel like.
Can I talk like Batman?
Can we talk about why you decided to do the second
Okay,
one with your shirt off?
Yeah, I was getting hot and the anxiety and just, it lets me be free. Just
okay.
lets me spread my wings and be.
You'd be a butterfly.
Did the barge shave my nipples? No, my chest isn't that large that it doesn't stick out that far.
would be
So really,
weird
it's
if you
just
got your
literally my
front rack all the way down to your
sternum
nipples.
just hits. Yeah, so the morning attempt, as Max said earlier, pretty much had all the paces, strategy written down, and it's a lot of thinking. I don't do well thinking. I never
All right, hold on.
have.
Can we just talk about the first set, how much thinking it was? He
Yeah,
had
no, it's
18,
not.
18, 15, 2 sets written down for the first thing. And you'll see on the left, he did 18 and then he did 12 and dropped it to do 3
No, I did
thrusters.
11, then 4.
And I was like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do anymore because I was supposed to tell him how many reps to do. Then halfway into the second set of 27, he's like, how many am I doing? I'm like, what? You already are off your plan.
Okay, sometimes you get into things and it starts to change.
All right.
I honestly think for me though, I've done this plenty of times knowing what works, and I feel like every time we come up with some form of
Not every time. Don't exaggerate. Not every time.
85, 90% of the time.
85% of the time. 80-20.
When I go into a workout and I have a bunch of paces to try to hold or rep scheme, I just start overthinking it and analyzing it. And if I don't hit those numbers, I kind of like start doubting myself just a little bit and then slowing down the pace. I mean, as you can already tell, on the right at night, I just went off feel. I went 20-13, and then I think I went 7-6 maybe, or something like that on the chest to bar. But for me, I just feel way more comfortable not picking too much of a game plan, like having an idea where to break, but just go off a feel and see what happens. And
I mean, you're already 31 seconds ahead of pace. I think some of the problem is not necessarily the thinking, it's you trying to be conservative versus just being aggressive. Like
Trevor!
Well, before your first attempt, you were like, well, I just need to go through the first 2 barbells and, feel a little bit better to have a kick at the end. And right
I
before
felt
the second,
worthless at the same point. So it didn't help.
I'm not going to repeat because I know that you have children and people watching and you have to hold up your public persona that what you said before your third attempt, but it wasn't pretty.
Say it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say
say?
it. Well, you said don't say it. I can't whisper it. There's a microphone on.
I don't hear. You can tell me when we're done.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Was that bad?
Nah, it was just a curse word, but Travis is a pansy and doesn't want people
Hey,
to know
I
he curses.
like set a good example for my boys.
Good.
Hey, what are you giggling about over there? Chuckles? You got Noah Smelson over here.
Somebody called him Nelson. I like Noah versus Nelson. It doesn't sound like a badass, but I just
Nelson.
like it.
Nelson bringing it home.
It's like the reverse of Superman. He puts on glasses and like a sleeveless cutoff button down or something like that and goes out.
It has his glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys.
A little pocket,
Nelson's here.
a little pocket protector.
Wow, I'm significantly ahead on this. Watching this. This performance on the left is worthless.
I do think you catch back
Why
up,
didn't you
though.
tell me to just stop? I'm just kidding.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I tried to plan
also-
7 seconds rest on the left. Definitely started to change throughout the workout. But on the right, more just based off of feel. And I mean, I think it went pretty good. I'll be done in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, you had a lot of haters on your third attempt saying that you weren't going to be able to do it.
You won a bet, actually, because of that.
I had your back. I bet.
I feel like I
Noah-
should get 50% of that
Noah
commission.
even looked at me. You said you were at $2.50.
Exactly. It was a $5 bet.
You were somewhere in this set, and Noah goes, "That's way too fast," in the third attempt. But you proved it
What
wrong,
was way
too.
too fast?
Just where you were going.
Way too fast?
You started real hot.
I did. I know.
But you're way ahead, so you're in your 21 thrusters.
I mean, I
already,
kind
and you're
of
still
knew
doing
I had
pull-ups.
to. So, I mean, that's kind of the point. Whoa.
All right, so 5 minutes, you're finishing the pull-ups, and you already have a set done of thrusters in the 21s.
I think I did 11.
11? Yeah,
Yeah.
you did this
11-10,
11-10.
I think.
Well, let's see about.
I think I took a longer break just to make sure I could do 10. I did 5, and I was like, you could really drop right now if you want. But then I was like, don't do it.
So I don't know if they'll hear it, but the whole gym is cheering you on.
Oh.
How did
yeah.
that affect you?
Yeah, so on the left, I had one supporter over here, Max, as you can see him in the court. Just kidding, there was multiple people there. But I just kind of based it off feel when I was going to decide to do it, if it was going to be closer to like 7 o'clock and see when scores were getting put in. And then Max was like, no, just whenever you feel it, just go. So it was the start of our 4:30 p.m. class, and they're all warming up, so they all actually turned their rowers to where they were facing
Brandy
me.
did that. She's a good.
Yeah, she
It was
did
like a
awesome.
theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like
All
there's
facing
17
him.
rowers, and they're all facing me rowing.
Yeah.
And then you just slowly start seeing people stop rowing, and everybody just kind of stops and just starts watching these last 2 rounds after this.
It was pretty cool and a lot of support. And
Yeah,
I was
so it's-
thinking.
Yeah, what?
I was just thinking if I were sitting there rowing and complaining about how I feel watching you do that for the third time, I probably would have rowed a lot faster.
I mean,
than
everybody
normal.
thought I was ridiculous for doing this a third time. I mean, I think you have to be semi-crazy, but I mean, you hear all the stories from like when Dan Bailey did that one open workout like 10 times to win it in the world.
Yeah.
Noah's done them. Not really. I don't think you've really done that many. How many times have you done the open workout? Like one.
Interestingly, though, you're actually going to be pretty close to caught up from that morning attempt. Oh no, you got one more pull-up set.
Yeah.
So you're picking up the 15s here.
So for me, I knew it was going to be kind of not one, but for me, almost one in the 15 and 9 set. That was the most two painful sets where usually when you get to 9, you're like, oh, I'm golden. The opposite starts to happen. By that point, you're already, what's that?
So you did
90
10.
reps in, 90 something reps in. Yeah, I went 10-5 on this. What did I do on the pull-ups? I want to say 8-7. And then from the first attempt, I went 8-6, dropped 1, which was worthless.
That's strange.
Yeah, it just, sometimes it happens. It gets the best of you, you know?
I stuck to my plan when I did it. But
What?
my
The
30-second
time cap?
rest breaks between.
Oh,
I beat the time
I'm
cap.
kidding. Max did a great job. Did a fantastic job. But yeah, here we are, coming up on the 15s. Body starts to kind of go numb here, and you feel like you're starting to kind of just black out and go into a really dark place. For all the people that finished sub-8, it was impressive.
That's very impressive.
You know?
And sub 7 is,
Really impressive.
man, well done, my friend. Well done.
That was, yeah, that was impressive.
There's nothing to say about
Yeah.
it.
All right, here we go. Everybody in the background is screaming their heads off right
Yeah,
now at this
counting the
point,
reps
and they
off.
count every single one out loud. I posted the video. Team Air 18. Instagram.
Why 18?
18 car.
No, it was actually.
It is,
You're
but
a
it's
Kyle
fate.
Busch fan?
It
No,
is.
it was actually the first year at the games. It was 18th, and I never had an Instagram account, and I was like, oh, I took 18 to the games. We'll do 18. And that was
You were
literally.
proud enough of that to make that your Instagram?
For my first ever year? Yeah. I mean, I was
Tough year
20.
for the 18 car.
Tough year at the 18 car. But,
All right.
and
So there you finished.
done.
And then on the left-hand side, you looked
Oh.
over, and
Hey.
we both knew you weren't going to finish. And oh, there's the environment.
Look,
there's all the people
there's all the people
rowing.
rowing. It was cool. Brandon was
This was the
excited.
most messed up I've seen Travis in a while. His mom was worried about his well-being, and I was like, "Can you just tell her you're okay, please?"
Are you done yet?
Yeah,
But yeah, you
he's
just
done.
walked over
I
to
walked
me.
up to Travis and I said, you did it. And he goes, help me up.
No, I helped him up. And then he asked me to help him up, and I stood him up, and he grabbed onto my shirt collar and was like choking me from
Yeah,
behind.
I should have just laid there. But the other day, I laid there and things got substantially worse
Yeah.
and worse
The
and
movement
worse. And
was
Max
good.
was like, just go walk. And I was like, I don't want to walk. I don't want to do it.
Do you think that because now you were in a positive state, like I crushed it, you probably knew you were going, makes the suffering easier?
I think so.
I think, yeah. I mean,
You seemed like you were pretty much out of that pretty quick.
yeah, I mean, I think when you are suffering that much, so say the second attempt, I'm sitting down and I'm just pure disappointment right here on the left side of the screen where I am just like, well, that didn't go well at all.
I went through all of that.
I pretty much did 100 reps of everything and realized that it wasn't enough. So you got to figure it out.
So I just want you to know that's welcome to CrossFit every time I approach a workout.
Now, would you have made it with your first score
Yeah.
from the one with Noah?
Yeah. He would have gotten a backfill spot, though.
So you're not a back
You would have been 23rd.
No, I went up in 21st.
Yeah, well, that's behind 20, so it's a
Yeah,
backfill
but-
spot.
Oh, from that side, yeah.
What's your thoughts on backfillers?
I don't want to get out of here. No, I will admit though. I will admit that was I will admit that was one thing. I knew I had a spot in through Dubai. Like I already had the backfill spot, but starting the open where I was in a good position, after the third week, still in a good position. Last week was a little rough, dropped me down outside the top 10. Was pretty flustered by that.
Pride decision.
Yeah, and it was more just an ego and pride thing for me that I didn't want to take the backfill spot. I mean, I know I worked hard for that in Dubai and Wadapalooza to get those invites, but I didn't personally want to go to the games with that kind of like my own mindset of knowing, oh, you got this kind of just like handed to you because you didn't actually earn it in the. Now, it's not me bashing
You know what,
anybody.
Travis? Well done. You didn't
Yeah,
need
it wasn't me bashing anybody, but I think for me and my sake, I mean, hey, you're going to the games, you're going to the games. But I didn't want to do that and end on a bad note. So that's pretty much why I did do this a third time, because I knew there was a point cushion, and based off of Dubai, I would have gotten it, but I didn't want to leave that up in the air question. And my wife even, when I was texting her, she goes, you should do it again. It's 8 minutes of suffering.
Anyways.
And so I did it.
I hope you enjoyed Travis's back-to-back same-day performances. I still think that's the most impressive thing I've seen.
A few people said that, yeah. They were like, there's not many things you've done that have impressed me. There's only, I can count on my hand how many times that's been done. I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
They're like, but that was one of them.
That was.
What's on deck for the rest of the week, Max? I know we're going to film.
Yeah, we're going to film a final thoughts video where I might talk about some long-term development stuff for
but no second thoughts.
19.5.
Sorry.
Yeah, second thoughts is too late. This workout's already posted. And we'll just do a discussion maybe with Brandon, recapping the whole open, training moving forward, prepping for October, maybe lay out kind of what the season's going to look like for Noah. And that'll come out sometime in the next week or two.
Shaka bras.
We done! It's like, that's 5 weeks in the open! Pew, pew, pew!
It was a lot of work.
Man, that's a lot of filming.
It's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Project Patar in this thing, man. Hey, look, man, thank y'all for watching Training Think Tank YouTube channel. Y'all hit that motherfucking subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead, man. Thank y'all for watching the channel, you know what I'm saying? Hit that motherfucking subscribe button, let it be known, what it be known, what it be known, you know what I'm saying? Patar.